100 here. Remember Power Rangers? Remember Lightspeed Rescue? I do, but do you remember the Lightspeed Rescue game? I do, because this game is a classic.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Zero, what are you doing in my house?
I'm sorry, but did I just hear you call Lightspeed Rescue a good game?
Yeah, because it is.
Are you kidding me? Lightspeed Rescue on the N64 played like shit.
Are you talking about the PlayStation version or the N64 version? Because there's a difference.
Wait, there's a difference?
Yeah, I've played both versions. The PlayStation 1 version is way better than the Lightspeed Rescue on the N64.
Oh. Want to do a crossover? Review both games.
Yeah, that's a thought. In fact, you'll probably get to see what you're missing on the PlayStation version. So come on.
Oh boy! I can't wait to see what I missed.
Lightspeed Rescue! I'm Wizwar100.
And I'm Zero Master. And this is From Zero
to 100.
And today we're reviewing
Lightspeed Rescue!
Let's start off by taking a look into the background of these games. Both games were released around the same time by THQ, who had been publishing Power Rangers games since the early 2000s. The PS1 game was developed by Climax Studios and released on September 26, 2000, while the N64 version was developed by Mass Media Incorporated and released 2 days later on September 28, 2000.
Each game is completely different. For instance, the PS1 version is a beat-em-up platformer, while the N64 version is a top-down action-shooting game. Yay! We're not kidding about that.
Let's start with the N64 version first and get the bad taste out of the way. The game has two modes of play: Titanium Quest, which is the story and main mode of the game, and Megazord Arena, the only two-player mode this game has, and it fucking sucks. The story is about finding the Titanium Ranger.
Actually, that's only partially true. The main story is to actually find the titanium materials, hence Titanium Quest, and stopping the bad guys. And then on the one mission, you find the Titanium Ranger, or rescue him.
And, spoilers, you don't get to play as the Titanium Ranger, even though you rescue him.
Even though they did make the color swap for the Titanium Ranger, they didn't have the decency to at least give you the satisfaction of pretending to be the Titanium Ranger.
And his power coin. What the fuck? Coins? This shit ain't Mighty Morphin! By the way, the cutscenes consist of try-hard comic book style cutscenes that were drawn in paint and animated with PowerPoint. Yay! The gameplay consists of 3 types of levels. Overhead shooting action, in which your main form of attack is to shoot fireworks whenever you punch or kick.
Who do they think they are? Jubilee from X-Men? They couldn't rip off Cyclops or something?
The punch shoots forward and the kick shoots backwards, which is actually kind of useful.
And like a Double Dragon 2! Yay! What? Take the property! Shut up, you cigarette smoking weed! Okay. Yay!
The missions consist of running around in circles like in Gauntlet, fetching civilians,
Who seem to think Lightspeed Rescue is a taxi service because they keep standing there waving for you.
You also fight monsters, like the Riddler's Jumping Jack, the Bee, the Mage, and the Aquabats.
What? They kind of look like them. I just wanted to make a punk rock reference.
The second types of stages are driving stages,
Which kind of looks like Last Action Hero's driving stages if you made it even more boring.
Yay!
which are different based on which Zord you're stuck using.
Oh, by the way, you don't get to choose who you play as, the game does it for you.
We know it's a minor point, but we wanted to bring it up anyway. Back to the driving stages. There are 5 different types, most of which involve collecting shit which people on the road don't seem to care about.
Like when someone's car is on fire.
Somebody help me!
The others consist of putting out cars on fire, which is a lot of fun to do since you kill the driver anyways. Why bother saving it? Or another one where you survive till time runs out.
Yay!
Really?
What? The game is awesome!
Fuck.
Wait, I thought the Megazord vehicles were bigger. Why are they the same size as the civilian cars and vans?
Then there's the Megazord battle.
Yay!
They suck. Why do they suck? Where do we begin? First of all, it's in first-person view, which would have worked as a concept, But that doesn't matter, the battle boils down to being a spam fest. Basically what you do is you can fire missiles which you're only allowed to fire a few at a time, making these battles unnecessarily longer than they needed to be, and because of the lack of a lock-on feature in a small arena, hitting your opponent is much more complicated. Not to mention, both you and your opponent's health regenerates after a period of time, when not hit, and most of the power-ups appear next to the monsters, and guess what? They can use the power-up themselves. Who's dropping this shit? Cause it ain't helping. Fuck. Oh my god. Shit.
Now, I didn't have as much problems playing the Megazord battles like Zero did, but nonetheless, it sucks.
I can't tell you how many times I've nearly beaten a boss when a health up appears right next to him. Also, you can punch your opponent when they're directly in front of you. Probably the only other animation aside from standing still.
Yeah, your Zords are barely animated.
And that's pretty much the gist of this game.
Yay! Oh yeah, and that yay sound you keep hearing? That happens every single time you finish a mission. Yay! 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 So, get ready to get cheered on every single time you beat a mission.
Rider shooting!
So how does the PlayStation version fare in comparison?
Oh, it's much better and way more playable than the N64, and here's why. 1. Beat 'em up. Lightspeed Rescue on the PlayStation is a beat-em-up game where you rescue hostages, check, eliminate enemies, check, and completing objectives, check. There's also some platforming you can do to reach certain areas, and it's way more interesting and fun. Number 2, co-op. The PlayStation 1 is instantly better than the N64 one because it has 2-player co-op mode, and that's fun to play. Number 3, levels. The levels compared to the N64 are way more interesting, and the length of the levels are not padded out to make it unnecessarily long, like fetching dumb bitches 10 times and repeat. Number 4, Megazord battles. The Megazord battles are infinitely better, if not exactly what the battles should have been in the N64 version. The controls for them are clunky, but it's not bad enough to be bad. Number 5, music. Now while both versions have the Lightspeed Rescue theme, the N64 original tracks are very bleh.
Three, two, one.
Now while the PlayStation 1 original tracks aren't musical hits, I'd rather listen to that than the N64.
Lightspeed Rescue. Let's do it.
Number 6, presentation. Cutscenes from the show are way more interesting than the comic book style PowerPoint cutscene. Sure, it's compressed to us nowadays, but back then I loved that detail they put in the game. And also, which game would you rather play when you start up Lightspeed Rescue? Number 7, story. Story in the PlayStation version follows and takes aspects from the shows, as opposed to the uninspired Rush, no, not the dog, the band, or the drink. That is the so-called story of the N64 version. Number 8, cheat codes. From unlimited lives to level select to unlocking the Titanium Ranger, this game has the cheats for it. Unlike the N64 version.
Wait, what about the bad points?
Well, there are a few. 1. Camera view. The camera position, especially in 2-player, is really inconvenient. The camera, while not horribly placed for the most part, there are times where it's placed somewhere undesirable. Or there'd be platforms way below the screen where you can't quite see it, so sometimes it has its bad moments. Number 2, 2-player problem. Now this part's going to be split into 3 parts, actually. The radius of how far the 2 players can be from each other is not very far, and this also gets one or both players killed because they get blocked off the path and fall to their doom during platforming. 2. Part 2. Accidentally picking up power-ups. It's very easy to pick up power-ups, making it easy for the other player to accidentally steal them, which does not help when you need help or 1-ups. Number 2.3. Harder to kill things. Now, it sounds weird, but when playing 2 players and you're both attacking the same enemy, only one of you is doing damage, while the other one is just, believe it or not, just punching air. Believe it or not, they're just punching air. The controls on the PlayStation 1 are not the most ideal controls. In fact, the N64 kind of wins in the control department, until you get to a vehicle segment or a Zord battle. You can change the setup, but not fully customize it, which sucks. Number 4. Objective sections are not clear. If you don't rescue the civilians who are actually in danger,
Somebody help me!
fighting off the enemies in the area and completing one other objective, you'll be blocked from proceeding in the game. Which the game doesn't specify what you need to finish in the section you're in. No, we're not talking about the objective that's the overall goal, not the section we're playing in.
So in conclusion, what did you think of the Lightspeed Rescue game on PlayStation?
I think it's a pretty solid game. While it's not one of the best games out there, it's a really fun game that has great co-op, even though it has its problems. But that's nothing compared to the Nintendo 64 version, which is boring, broken, and just no fun at all.
As for me, the PlayStation 1 version of Lightspeed Rescue is infinitely better than the N64 version, as I played both versions and found myself liking this more over the broken, boring, put-me-to-sleep game. And it's just not fun, and this has co-op, and this doesn't? This game is better, people. Get this, not this.
That is worth your time. This is not.
And this was 100
And Zero Master, from 0
to 100.
and we'll see you next time, maybe.
Stay tuned.
It's better than the N64 version, which is boring, broken, not fun, foffy. Sorry.
What?
What's it foffy?
It's awesome.
Flop. Keep laughing at your face.
Shiz. What is this?
I was gonna say Lightspeed Rescue, but then you returned to me. That was perfect.
You want to try that again?
Yeah, I hope so.
PlayStation Box.
That worked out really well. Like, that's it.
Yeah, it did. We're gonna have like really fun bloopers. If I remember to put them in, this is probably not even.
I'll text you on Skype. Did you put the bloopers in?
I should make the bloopers first. Commentary. Even though that's not what
I do is I put the entire thing in.
No, that's the thing though. Sometimes I forget it's like the unnecessary footage, and I just wash them away, and I'm like, oh crap, I forgot about the bloopers.
Make a marker in Vegas and just type bloopers on.
Do one where you're like,
Yeah. What? They kind of look like. Okay, look past your head. Okay. Just put it in there. Then you won't scroll. When you hit M, you can type in the name of the marker.
Shut up, you cigarette smoking weed.
You gotta do it again.
I knew that.
Well, you've been using Premiere, so.
No, I wasn't. Premiere sucks.
No, but you have been.
It sucks, but it's better than iMovie.
You switched to Vegas only recently, like last year, right?
I switched to it because it was so much easier to edit stuff. Because it was less restrictive, although the moving screen thing is a little annoying. But I try not to do that too much.
Anyways, this is going on forever. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Damn it! Wait till I get my Giga Driver.
Power Rangers? Interesting.